Hi and welcome to this short video where I'm going to talk to you about stamp duty in property. So in April 2016, the stamp duty rules changed for property investors who were looking to buy what they defined as a second property or a third property or anything that was on top of your residential property. So in very basic terms, how does stamp duty work? Well, first of all, when you buy your first property, normally your residential property for most people, there's a sliding scale that defines how much stamp duty you should pay. So, for example, up to £125,000, you don't pay any stamp duty. There's zero to pay. Between £125,000 and £250,000, you pay 2% of whatever value falls in there. So, for example, if the house is £130,000, that would be an extra £5,000 that's in that bracket, and you'd pay 2% of that, which in this example would be £100. Your stamp duty bill would be £100. And so on up until 250. Then from 250 upwards, there's another bracket, and then from £1 million upwards, there's another bracket, etc. Okay? So that's how the stamp duty is worked out on your basic purchase. So what's the difference for investors now? Well, basically, in April 2016, the government said, you know what? We want to raise some more money, and we're going to raise some of it through landlords. We need to deal with this deficit. We're going to raise some of it through landlords. So they said, whenever you're buying an investment property, or in effect, it's your name going on the deeds for a second property, whenever you're doing that, then we'll charge you an extra 3% in stamp duty on whatever the purchase price is. So basically, the new way of working it out from April 2016 is you work it out the standard way, and then you take 3% of the price and add it on. So if it was a £100,000 house, the standard way is you'd have zero to pay, because anything up to £125,000 is zero. But now we add 3% of the £100,000 on, which is £3,000. That becomes the new bill. So the new bill is £3,000 more than it would have been. If you're buying a house, let's say for £250,000 with the standard way, you'd have paid zero for the first £125,000 and then 2% for the next £125,000. So your bill would have been £2,500, your stamp duty tax bill. But with the new way, you pay 3% extra of that £250,000, which in this example is an extra £7,500. So your stamp duty bill now is £10,000 instead of £2,500. Now, that is not good news. No one likes paying extra taxes. I definitely don't. We buy 50 properties a month for our clients, and it affects all of them. It affects me. It's not good news. It's not good news. However, what I want to be clear on, I think the government were quite cute with what they did. Although I don't like it, here's what they did. They went public and said, hey, we're penalising the landlords, which is always a vote winner. So they did that. B, they raised more money for the deficit. So they got more money coming in from these stamp duty bills. But C, they knew underneath that landlords would keep buying. What do I mean by that? Well, I'm not going to not buy a house. Take that £250,000 example. What is that property going to be worth in 10 to 15 years from now? We know that property prices go up on average at 7.9% a year. They have for the last 85 years. So if I fast forward, normally properties double every 8 years. But let's say it takes 15 years, 10 to 15 years. So that £250,000 house is going to double. So in 15 years from now, it's going to be worth an extra £250,000. I'd be pretty stupid to say, I'm not going to buy it because of this increased stamp duty cost of £7,500 and miss out on £250,000 worth of growth. That'd be a bad call. That'd be something you wouldn't want to do logically. So landlords are going to keep buying. They raise more money, and it was a vote winner for them. So bottom line, what's my message? My message is don't let the stamp duty changes stop you from buying property. On the continent, there are many countries where on a purchase you'll pay between 8 and 11% in taxes on any purchase you make. So, ours is a lot less than that. Our stamp duty bills are a lot less than that. The UK property market with leverage, phenomenal market, makes great returns, great money for you, both in terms of cash flow and asset growth if you buy the right houses. You need to buy the right houses, by the way, and you can watch some of my other videos to learn how to do that. But if you're buying the right investment properties and you're investing in the right place, phenomenal marketplace, do not let stamp duty get in the way. Go buy, go buy, go buy. But now at least you understand it and you know what you're playing with. Okay. We're going to put a link just below this video. If you want to see a lot more on taxes and you want to understand taxes in a lot more detail, then you can click on that link and see a full hour and a quarter long webinar recording where I cover this in lots more detail. So in the meantime, invest with knowledge, invest with confidence, create financial freedom. I'll speak to you soon. Thank you. Hi guys, it's Aaron here. Did you enjoy this week's video? If so, there are 3 things you can do to continue your property investing journey. The first is you can click here and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I really hope you do, because then each week I can keep sending you great educational videos just like this one, so you can keep developing your property knowledge. Secondly, you can click the link here and get a free copy of my book, The Property Coach, where I teach the 9 steps to really truly successfully building a property portfolio. The third thing you can do is click here and go to my website, www.arancurry.co.uk. And there you can subscribe for free to my newsletter. And what that means is you'll get loads of free educational content in lots of different forms. And also any of our promotions or offers that we run are also there on the website and also in those e-newsletters. Again, helping you move forward with your property investing journey. So if you want to take action, just click any of these 3 boxes or all 3 and move forward to the next level. And in the meantime, invest with knowledge, invest with confidence, create financial freedom. Thank you.